Good morning, 3GU. This is Miss Navan. I'm so glad that you're joining us today. Today is Tuesday, May 12th. Today we're going to talk about some fractions. I know we did a lot of fractions in the classroom, and I'm actually really happy to say that I found some that Tootsie Roll that we were talking about in the store. And, we don't get to go out much now. But I did find it and I was so excited. So I can't wait. I couldn't wait to do this math lesson today. So I hope that you're well and let's get started today. So this is our Tootsie Roll that we found, and I was talking about it in class, how I really wanted to give this to you guys, and we would be able to do this as a class, but since we're not together, I thought that you could still enjoy it. So here's our Tootsie Roll, and it is a dollar special. Like my deals there. And I wanted to go over not just our nutrition facts, we're not really going over that, but I wanted to point out our servings per container. There's 4 in the container, and this one is a double pack. Okay, so it says the serving is half a bar. So we're going to figure out what half a bar is when we open it up, okay? So I want you to keep that in mind, a half a bar. So here I took a picture. I opened the package, and there's the 2, okay, the double pack. So here they're talking about the whole container, since it was the double pack, that it is half a bar each, okay? So let me go back to that slide, and it says there's 4 servings at half a bar. So I want you to keep that in mind. 4 servings for half a bar. Okay. So here is, I open it, and there's the inside of our Tootsie Roll. So we're going to can it. We have 1, 2. So this is one whole Tootsie Roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have 12 pieces. It's broken up into 12 pieces, split up. And so right now our fraction is 1/12 if we eat just one little piece here. So it'd be 1/12, 2/12, 3/12, 4/12, 5/12, 6/12, 7/12, 8/12, 9/12, 10/12, 11/12, and 12/12. Okay. And so now our serving size says 4 per whole pack and half a bar. So when we think about half a bar, we have to split it, okay? So remember, when we split things, we want to make sure that they're equally split into parts. And so this says half a bar. So we have to be fair with giving some to myself and then some to you guys, right? Half for you and half for me. So that fraction would look like, going back to our nutrition, would be half a bar. So that would be part of our bar there. So here's our 2 bars. And so you could see that I did end up splitting that a little bit. So we have 1 whole, 2 wholes. So this is individual. We wouldn't say 12, 12, 13, 12. Like we wouldn't say that, but we could, right? We could, if we had just one individual bar, it would just stop at the 12th, 12 12ths. But now we're going to split it in half. And so then I now have half a bar. So half of our bar is, let's count, 1/12, 2/12, 3/12, 4/12, 5/12, 6/12. So I would get 6 parts, 6 pieces of our Tootsie Roll, and you would get 6 pieces. So I would get 6/12 of a bar, and you would get 6/12. So that would be half of the bar that they're talking about is our serving size, okay? And so now we're going to go talk about more than one. I know that was our standard, our look fors, is fractions more or greater than 1. So luckily it came with a pack of 2. So I thought this is perfect for our fractions math lesson. Sorry guys, Milo is not allowing me to do the math lesson very well today. He wants all the attention there. Say hi Milo. Say hi to everybody. Hi to Milo. Sorry guys, so here we go. I did split it into halves of each bar because it said serving sizes. So then I'm going to go back and look back at our serving size. It says 4 per container. And if we look at it, we do have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4/4 of the bars. So that would be 4 different servings. So you can share with equally serving size suggestions would be 4 people, and that's we would all get 6/12 each. But we would say 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6. Oh, sorry, I said it wrong. 5, 6, 6, 6. So I would that's not a whole bar. I messed up there. I'm sorry, that was my mistake. We have 12 altogether. So 1's 12, 2 12, 3 12, 4 12, 5 12, 6 12, 7 12, 8 12, 9 12, 10 12, 11 12, 12 12. And then we would continue 13 12, 14 12, 16 12, 17 12, 18 12, 19 12. And the reason that our numerator is getting larger is because we have now passed the 1 bar, right? The whole 1. So this is 12 12s here at the end, and then we got to 19 12s. Our denominator stays the same because we still have 12 equal parts in each bar. Okay, so 1 whole bar is 12. Our numerator, the larger it gets and it gets larger than our denominator, we are going to know that it's greater than 1. Okay, so 19 12s, 20 12s, 21 12s, 22 12s, 23 12s, 24 12s. I think they did that wrong, right? But 24 12ths would equal to 2 wholes. Okay, we can see that there. Now, I actually got this idea from Miss Lopez. She said, "Hey, you should do the Hershey's bar." And I said, "Well, what a great idea." So, and I figured this one's a little easier to share, and I'm going to tell you why. Because with the Tootsie Roll, it was really hard for me to try to cut that. I had to cut it with a knife, right? It's very soft, and sometimes it's a little harder with that Tootsie Roll to kind of break apart evenly. So if I really wanted to share, I could share individually 12 equal parts with my friends. Each of us could get 1/12. But I chose not to do that because it was just really, really hard for me to cut the Tootsie Roll. So when Miss Lopez said, "Hey, do the Hershey's," I said, "Great idea." And so when I went to the store to buy more groceries, I did, this was on my list, Hershey's bar for math lesson. Okay. So I'm going to start with our nutrition facts. Not going really into our calories there, but I'm going to focus on 3 servings per container. This whole thing can serve 3 people. That means it's 1/3 of a pack. I love that fraction that's right there. 1 out of 3. Okay. 1 out of 3 times you can sit there and eat. You can eat 3 different times, or you can share it equally with 3 different people. Okay. So here I took a picture of our Hershey's bar, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have 12 equal pieces of our Hershey bars. We have our rectangles here. And I wanted to point this one out in our Tootsie Roll that we've made our fraction strips. And this is exactly what our fraction strips look like when we folded our papers. Okay, you are more than welcome to do this at home. Take, regular paper, we fold it like a hot dog. So those are different techniques we continue to fold and cut, continue to fold, and then we can write our fractions within there depending on how many folds we have, right? But here again, we have 12 equal parts. So our fraction again is 1/12, 2/12, 3/12, 4/12, 5/12, 6/12, 7/12, 8/12, 9/12, 10/12, 11/12, 12/12. Okay, so 12/12 is one whole bar. I want us to focus that. And so now I want us to think about our nutrition facts again. Okay, so what I ended up doing is, because it was really hot in the house, I put this in the refrigerator, and it did, of course, get a little cooler. So I tried to show you with a knife, or I serrated it there, and it says 3 servings per container, 1/3 of a pack. So in my mind, I always think, well, I want to go down, right? I want to just go 1, 2, 3 pieces for you, 1, 2, 3 pieces for me. But it says three servings, okay, 1/3 of a pack. So I did 3 equal parts, 1, 2, and 3. 3 equal parts there. All right. So with that equal parts there, it's going to look like this: 1/12, 2/12, 3/12, 4/12. So each person would get 4/12 of a Hershey's bar, or you can have 4/12 of a Hershey bar per sitting. Okay, so each person out of 3 friends can have 1, 2, 3, 4/12 of a Hershey bar. And that would be the serving size, suggested size. But what I wanted to do now is, if you don't really care about the serving size, and you have 4 friends, and you say, you know what, I want to share this equally, and we can with 12s, we can do that quite simply. I couldn't do it very well with the Tootsie Roll, because I told you it was kind of hard and really like a taffy, really kind of, yeah, it was kind of hard. And so with the chocolate, it was a little easier for me to break apart with my hands. So I said, well, I have 4 friends, so then I have to put 4 columns: 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 4 little spaces, just like we've done. We've done the circles, right? We've done our dividing, our sharing mats and our stepping stones. And this would be the same thing. We'd have all of our Hershey's together, and then we would have 4 individual squares or spaces that we would share equally. And remember, we would go 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you, and continue to do that until you were all done. But another way we could think about it is, well, we know that if we had 4 groups of 3, that was 12. So 4 times 3 is 12. We know that we can have now turn that around, right? Like our array, and make it our fact family there. It would be 3 groups of 4, and that's what I have here. So then we would say 3 times 4 is still equal to 12. So each of my 4 friends, my friend, me, myself, and my 3 friends. I don't think I even have 3 friends, but anyway, I have kids, right? So I would be able to share 1/3, 1/12, 2/12, 3/12. So each of us would get 3/12 of a Hershey bar each, and it would still equal to 1 whole bar. And I didn't do more than 1 whole for a Hershey bar, because we did it with a Tootsie Roll, so I thought that was okay. But I wanted to show you another way if we didn't talk about our serving sizes here. And then I expanded it even more. Okay, so say my nieces and nephews or somebody came over after the quarantine, and they said, Auntie, do you have any chocolate? And I said, yeah, I do. However, I only had 1 bar, 1 whole bar. 1 whole bar equals to 12 parts. So then we want to think about other factors that could equal to 12. Okay, so we did 4 times 3, 4 rows of 3, 4 groups of 3, 3 groups, 3 rows of 4. So 3 times 4 is 12. And now we know that this is really great with our counting collections too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 2 equals 12. Okay, so we have 6 groups of 2. And so then 6 of my nieces and nephews could have 2 pieces each. Okay. Now, if I had all of my nieces and nephews and my kids over, I'd have to split it all and everybody get like a 12th each because there are 12 nieces and nephews on my side, including my 2 boys. But I wanted to show you different ways that you can manipulate your chocolates, your candies that you have. You can even do fractions within your Skittles. So it doesn't have to be just a standard square or a rectangle. I want you to think about just objects that you can use with a candy collection that you can also um, share and make fractions. So we could talk about those different colored pom-poms that I talked about in our county collections. You know, what I have 3 black cotton balls out of 62 cotton balls, right? Something like that. So anything that you can find around your house you could probably figure out a fraction to go with it, okay? So I want you to have fun. But now I want to just show you that I have these fraction circles when I went to go do some things in the school. So I said, well, let's just pick this up and go over our quick review. So we did our fraction strips, but we've also worked with our fraction circle. So I want to go over just a quick review. Here's our 1/2. It's like half of the bars that we were talking about with our Tootsie Rolls. And then 2/2 is a whole. Okay, this is a whole circle. Again, you can make your circle, fold it in half, and you would have 2/2. Remember, you would fold again, and you would fold again because you would fold it and make the fourths. Okay, so if we fold our page again, our halves, we would know that 1/2 would equal to 2/4. 1/4, 2/4. Okay. I wanted to show you our equivalent fractions of 1/2 and another half is 1/2. So therefore, 1/4, 2/4 is half, 3/4, 4/4, and again, equal numerator, equal denominator will then make a whole. Okay. So there it is. 4/4 will equal 1/2. Our next one is our eighths. Okay, so I put it on top. We would just remember we stacked this in our classroom, and we did this a lot with our pattern blocks. You know, the ones that have the octagon, the trapezoids, the reds and the yellows as well, the different shapes and the green triangles. So we did this a lot in class as well. But we did it with our other manipulators. This is just another tool that I wanted to show you that we did use a few times in class. Here's our 1/8. 2/8 is equal to 1/4. So therefore, 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8 equals to 1/2, but also 2/4. Okay. So now there it is. 4/8, 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8 equals to 1/2. Therefore, here's our big old pizza pie. So if you order some pizza, probably it's a large, maybe a medium. I think a medium holds 8 slices, if I'm correct, because most of the time I order the Pizza Hut deal. That's $5, and I believe it comes in 8 slices. But we have 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8. There's our 4/8. 5/8, 6/8, 7/8, 8/8 will then equal our whole. Okay. So I wanted to show you just our lineup here, just to show you how our fractions can be equivalent, and then you know how we stack them, and how you can create them with just your circle. Okay, you fold it, cut your circle, fold it in half. We have our 1/2, and we labeled it, and then we did another circle, and we folded it in half. We folded it again, and then it looked like a pizza or a triangle, right? Almost a slice. And then we had our 1/4 here. 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4 equals still a whole. And you can see how our 1/2 is equal to our 2/4. So I try to line it up as the best that I could here. So therefore, our 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8 is equal to 1/2, but also 2/4, right? So then our 8/8 equals to 4/4, 2 halves, or 1 whole. So I really hope that you enjoyed our fraction lesson, and I hope you give it a try with things around your home. Work with things around your home like DVDs. How many comedies might you have? So a lot of different sorting that you can do, but talk about, um, how for me, I have VHS tapes and DVDs as well. But a lot of us are doing our Netflix and chill, right? So I hope that you do find some things that you can make some fractions with, whether it's candies or fraction strips or fraction circles. Think about our resource journal and things that we've done there, and folded and colored in and shaded in and labeled. So again, I hope that you enjoyed our lesson here. I hope that you are all safe. And we all miss you, and take care and have some fun. Bye.